Okay, today's session is going to be handstand push-ups, one arm chin, and splits. So I don't have one arm chins yet, so I'm going to be working towards the one arm chin. I do have handstand push-ups. I'm just going to be working floor handstand push-ups, so more repetitions today. And splits, I'm just going to max out on my splits and really open them up and use that as like my active rest. So for the warm-up so far, I've done some time in the handstand once I warmed the wrists up. I also done like down dog, Cossack squats on either side, trying to stay low, open and closing the hip, going over to one side, going more into the hamstring, going all the way down to the floor and back up. But just warm up what you need to warm up. So your general warm up for your handstands, if you're going to join in with this session. And then on the bar, I done a passive hang, active passive, so open and closing the scapula, so elevation and depression of the scapula. Some arching scap pulls where you depress and retract the scapula at the same time, so arching up. And then just done some one arm hangs, active passive work on single arm as well. If you're not close to any of the one arm chin progressions, then just work normal chin ups, and then wall variations or eccentrics for the handstand push ups. Okay, let's get started. So for handstand push-ups, I'm just going to do 2 repetitions to start with. So I'm going to slowly increase the repetitions. 2 should be quite comfortable for me, and I'm going to go quite slow with them. If you don't have freestanding handstand push-ups, go on the wall, do eccentric or partial range like to a box or pike push-ups. So this type of thing, coming forwards, kissing the forehead, opening the shoulders all the way. So, but try and stay with the same rep range as what I'm doing. So 2 reps to start with. Okay, and then over on the chins, you can do this on rings or bar, but a lot of the one arm chin progressions are easier on the rings. So I'm just going to work lock off to start with. So I'm going to pull up, going to pull this hand in towards my chest and straighten the other arm, and then come over and do the same on the other side. I'm going to do 2 reps each side. Now, because I don't have the height of this bar, I'm allowing the strap to slide along. Ideally, you'll be on longer straps, and then you could keep the ring fixed position in terms of the strap, and then push the ring out and come back again. But that still works. Okay, and then into middle splits. I'm just going to do a 60-second hold. So I'm going to spend the first part of the 60 seconds in open hip. So what I mean by that is I'm not going to close forwards. So time is on. So first part, I'm going to stay nice and upright with the hips, just walking the feet out. And I'm trying to push the hip forwards as I do this. I'm trying to keep the feet on the floor. Okay, and then the last 25 seconds, I'm going to close the hip. So bend forwards. And then just walking out. I'm comfortable here, so I'm going to do a few bounces. And 60 seconds. Slowly come out, little walk around, and about a 30-45 second rest. Okay, next set for the handstand push-ups, I'm going to do exactly the same. I'm just going to add one more repetition, and I'm going to try and clean it up, try and feel that line, try and get it more efficient. Okay, for the chin up this time, I'm going to concentrate on pulling to one ring. So I'm going to be hanging underneath, palm facing away. As I pull up, pull my chest towards this fist, so this palm, go as close as I can, hold for 2 to 3 seconds, come back down there. I'm going to do 2 repetitions on each side. This side is just going to assist me. I'm going to keep this hand facing this way the whole time. Same on the other side. Okay, same deal with the splits, 60 seconds. I'm just going to try and go deeper. So timer's on. Open hip as much as I can. Okay, so that's halfway. So now I'm going to go down, close the hip. So as best I can, I'm still trying to keep my hip in line with my feet, but I'm leaning forward slightly more into an anterior position with the pelvis. And time. Same deal, little rest. Okay, now I'm going to go up to more working sets with the handstand push-ups. So I'm going to do 5 repetitions, but I'm going to try and have good quality on all 5 repetitions. So I'm not worried too much about lots of volume today. So I'm going to stick with 5, but I'm going to try and get them really slow and controlled throughout the movement and try and keep my body in one segment. So glutes on, abs on, try and have it so it's like I don't have a hip. Same thing if you're doing it up against the wall. We're going to lock it in so you're sliding down as one piece. I do have a handstand push-up tutorial and a couple other ones. I'll link those at the end of the video. Okay, working set on the one arm chin. For me, because I haven't trained these for a while, I'm trying to get back into my eccentrics. So real controlled eccentric, not touching the other ring all the way down. Very evident, active, passive position at the bottom. And to do that, I'm going to pull up with one finger assist on the other ring and then eccentric down. And I'm just going to go for one slow on each arm because I haven't trained these for a while. I just want to get back into it. So let's see how it goes. I'll start with the right side, which is my weaker side. So missing that good lock off at the top. Should be able to get it on this side, being the stronger side, but it's second side, so we'll see. It's been a lot on these. Okay, so I haven't got that lock-off strength that I need at the moment. So I'm going to change it on the next one. I'm going to hold a lock-off. So pull up with 2 hands normally, hold the lock-off strong, let go, eccentric from there. Same on the other side. So not use the finger assist because that's gassing me too much for the eccentric. Okay, this time with the splits, I'm going to use a slider. If you haven't got a slider, you can use cardboard, so same on both. This is going to mean that there's no friction as I go down, or a lot less friction. So I'm going to have to hold in on the first 30 seconds, and then on the last 30 seconds, I can just extend as deep as I can. Okay, 60 seconds. Okay, 30 seconds, closed, hip. So pushing my hip towards the camera and trying to open that torso as much as I can. Okay, that's 30 seconds and closed hip. Okay, this is going to be the last set that I'm going to video. I'm now going to do the same 5 repetitions, make them as clean as possible, and then do that different change with that one arm eccentric for the chin. Now, I have recently done a video on all the different variations that I use on the rings for the one-arm chins. So check that out if you're not sure which one to do. It's a good way of assessing what level you should be at. So I'm going to get rid of that one ring completely. And I'm just going to pull up with 2 hands. Okay, so that was strong side. That's how I want it. I want to have that 3 or 4 second good hold, hand out in front, slow lower here, then active hold, passive hold. Question is, will I get it on my right? So last variation for the splits, I'm going to slide down, slow and controlled as I can, as far down as I can with an open hip, and then close if I need to at the bottom. Hold the bottom for about 10 seconds, come back up. I'm going to do 3 repetitions like that. If you're not used to this, maybe walk your feet out first. Don't use sliders or use one slider. Just go in slowly, put your hands up on a box. Okay, last rep. So I'm going to switch off the video now. So subscribe and thumbs up would be appreciated. I'm going to start to do this a little bit more to show you what I'm doing personally for my training on top of the tutorials and other stuff I've been doing. So if there's anything particular you want, stick it in the comments below or send me a message. See you next time.